Speaking of dishonest. Oh, did I say dishonest? I meant, speaking of ain't no fucking way this is ever going to happen, a company called Jetpack Aviations raised $2 million. That's 2 followed by a bunch of zeros to build a prototype of its flying motorcycle. Yes, flying motorcycle.
Wait, I want to share this. I want to
You should
share
see
this.
Yeah, it's called the Speeder, and it's of course named after the flying vehicle from Star Wars. It's a very cool vehicle.
I got it, Tony.
But
okay,
is $2 million enough?
Well, it's 2 million, and the person behind this one apparently knows what he's doing, and has actually built another jetpack and some other stuff. So I'm not necessarily saying that this device can never be built. I'm saying that there's no way this device can be built in the foreseeable future because there's nothing energy dense enough to make this thing fly for more than like 5 or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I've seen my neighbors
5 or
drive.
10
I
seconds.
really don't want them flying these over my head.
Right. And that's the other thing is cars are bad enough. People on individual flying vehicles going around the city and flying into stuff like, oh my God, can you imagine the chaos?
Yeah, because we're not talking about one.
No.
We're talking about several.
It's gonna be cacophony, even just the sound of these things.
I mean, look how many people wipe out on those like Lime scooters.
Yes.
Can you imagine people driving a flying motorcycle?
Right. I mean, it's cool, and yay, innovation and invention and the spirit of tomorrow. And I think it's an interesting idea. But again, I don't want every American to have one of these. That's a horrifying thought to me.
Well, you notice in the video, they only show there's one of them. That's it. There isn't a second one in sight.
Yeah.
So these flames, are these ion flames or are these fuel flames?
Oh yeah,
their whole marketing plan is we'll charge $3.5 billion for one. Oh, there's a second one.
That one's got the skateboard.
But that's his transport vehicle. That's got
that's his trailer. Okay.
Rescue vehicle.
Okay, I thought it was some dude with a surfboard or something.
No, that's I believe that's the medical staff that follows you because it's inevitable.
They harvest your donated organs immediately.
It had the Red Cross on it.
Working chamber there.
Right.
I mean, it's really like, who doesn't want the Star Wars speeder, right? I'm not saying we can't have fun, but let's be realistic. This is like those small gyrocopters. I don't want random people flying over my house and over. No.
Right. And okay. So here's the thing. You in Star Wars, the speeders were only ever maximum 10 feet off the ground.
Right.
So that there is the potential, and we're not basing this on Star Wars, but that there is the potential to height limit these things, whether they are looking down on the ground to see how far off the ground they are, or they're using radar or something. But if these were height limited, that you could only get them 5 feet off the ground, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that they show them zipping over buildings and over the beach and 50 to 100 feet off the ground.
People would drive into
bullshit.
power lines. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God, every day.
My drone
That's
weighs
the
half
other
a
thing.
pound, and I'm not allowed to fly it over people. But they think that this is okay?
Yeah.
So at the same time, Casey, here's the thing. And do I think I don't think this is going to happen?
The people who gave them the money to get the $2 million.
So don't misunderstand me on it. I don't think this is going to happen for 20 years or more or whatever. But the drone technology that's around right now has the ability to geofence these things into certain corridors. It has the ability to height limit. It has obstacle avoidance and things. It's got the ability to force land if fuel starts running low. They're unbelievably stable. And so, as far as the technology to keep them safe, I think is closer than the ability to have an energy dense enough fuel to make them a realistic, practical vehicle to transport.
If you fly to New York Airport, the drone will even narc on you. It's like, hey, Casey and Evan were flying their drones. Here's where they live.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair point, Evan.
But then you still have to worry about maintenance. I mean, I've seen people try and fly their drones without proper propellers, without proper battery charge. They get into a stink and then they override, and then the thing falls from the sky, and then they're complaining, "Oh, my drone! It was the good model. It was $1,000, and it splashed it in the lake." Well, yeah,
that's what happens when you fly things over a lake.
You shouldn't have hit override.
Now put a human on that. Woohoo!
Yeah.